Hello everybody, this is Thannus here, and today we are back in our Let's Play of Pikmin. In the last episode, we unfortunately crash-landed onto the impact site, learning our ship was in a very, very bad state of disrepair, and we now need to find all of the parts for our ship in order to survive. Now, the game's a bit misleading on this when you first get into it. It does clarify things later, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now just to make things more clear, right off the bat, that is. You do not need to collect all 30 ship parts in order to win the game. Stress on the win. In order to, quote-unquote, win the game, you need to get 25 ship parts. That will give you the, quote-unquote, okay ending. If you get less than 25 ship parts by the time 30 days hits, you will get the bad ending. If you have all 30 ship parts by the end of the game, well, getting all 30 will end the game, flat out. Regardless of which day you're on, you get the good ending, which is considered the canonical one. We're going to be going for the good ending. Now, for people who are very new to Pikmin, the good ending might be difficult. It might seem daunting. However, it is honestly very easy to get all 30 ship parts in less than 30 days. I have personally gotten them in as little as, I'd say, 14 days, maybe. It might be more in this LP, who knows. But I have personally not had a very difficult time getting all 30 pretty much ever. They're not very difficult to find at all. That all being said, we're going to go ahead and head to our second area, the Forest of Hope. My dolphin has returned to the surface along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press A. We're going to do exactly that. Let's go ahead and call out all of the Pikmin. We are going to just go ahead and utilize as many of them as possible. And first off the bat, let's go ahead and multiply our numbers. We're going to ignore that pellet posy. That one's yellow. I guess you can, kind of assume which one that's for, or which type that's for. So we're going to wait for these two to sprout, and then we're going to go ahead and pluck them. And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and explain this whole thing at the top. I don't know if you can see my cursor pointing to it. I'm not talking about everything up here. We'll explain that even later. I'm talking about the part of the HUD that's up there. That is the daytime meter, or it's sort of a clock that basically measures what time of day it is in the level. That is right, you are limited on time each day. The first day was a tutorial, and thus it went easy on you. However, unfortunately, the rest of the game is not as lenient. Another intriguing discovery, a local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and peculiarities of these flower Pikmin. Flower Pikmin are stronger, faster, and that's actually pretty much the gist of what they are. They're just stronger and faster than normal Pikmin. There's also an in-betweener rank known as Bud Pikmin. They are weaker and slower than flower Pikmin, but stronger and faster leaf Pikmin. We don't have any buds right now. The bud stage is pretty much only achieved naturally. By drinking nectar, Pikmin will only upgrade straight to flower, as far as I'm aware. Oh, one almost got the short end of the stick there. That's all of them, though. And now that we... That is something that happens in the first two games. Sometimes Pikmin will trip. It's annoying. But we're going to have all 27 of our Pikmin attack that wall right there. And since they're all flowers, they should make relatively quick work at it. Now, I will mention something. Red are not the best, they're not the best Pikmin type for getting this done. The best Pikmin type at digging or working away at these sand walls, I'm going to call them sand walls because that's what they are, honestly. Although they might be called something different in Pikmin 1. In all honesty, they look like sand, so I'm just going to call them sand walls. The best Pikmin at handling those are Yellow Pikmin, which if everything goes well, we should be learning more about Yellow Pikmin today. You might have caught a glimpse of the onion, the yellow onion back there, actually. So, we're just going to wait for these guys to finish chipping away at this wall. And once it's down, we're going to be getting our first glimpse into how enemies function in this game. We have our first one right here. This is a Dwarf Bulborb. They are weak. That did not go as intended, but if you land a Pikmin directly on top of a Dwarf Bulborb, it will die instantly. If you don't land it on top of Dwarf Bulborb, however, they will not die instantly, and you need to actually fight it. We're not going to take these Dwarf Bulborbs. We're actually going to leave them for another type of Pikmin that we're going to be looking at soon. I'm pretty sure you've already guessed that it's the yellow. We are going to grab these pellets, though. I need you to grab both of those, Chief. We're going to grab everything that's specifically red. The Bulborbs and different colored pellets will remain for the yellows. Keep going at those, my good folks. Alright, come on back. Dwarf Bulborbs, you have to be a little bit patient with aiming for them, but otherwise it shouldn't be too much of an issue pretty much ever. How much do we got for that? Oh, we have more than enough. We're going to have more of them carry that. You carry that pellet. Do not wake up the big Bulborb. Oh, he's going to wake up the big Bulborb. Oh, he narrowly missed him. Oh, I like that. I like seeing that. Alright. We're almost halfway through the day, but honestly, it's to be expected. I didn't expect to get too blazing through this day. That was not really grammatically expected, but I'm going to go with what I said anyway. Go ahead and sprout all of our Pikmin that we just got. We now have 52 Pikmin. About to have 2 more. Okay. Alright, more of them are sprouted now. Let's go ahead and pluck all these guys. Join the squad, my good bros. Alright. Go ahead and pick these last 2 guys. And we are now golden. Let's go ahead and head out of our base here. And let's get into a real fight, shall we? So if we go ahead... Stop tripping. If we go ahead and circle around to the back of this Bulborb here, we're gonna swarm it at its rear end. If you ask me, this is honestly the safest tactic for dealing with Dwarf Bulborbs. As you can see, a few of our Pikmin lost their flowers there, and actually they turned into buds, so that's our first example of bud Pikmin. That is the safest way, in my opinion, to attack Bulborbs. However, it is not technically the strongest. Bulborbs are actually weakest at their eyes. So if you throw Pikmin at their eyes, they will actually chip at their health faster. So this is an electric fuel dynamo. Let's pick this up. We Pikmin to carry that. Let's take a chunk of you off. Please tell me there's still enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you guys can do that. And now we're gonna have these 14 guys chip away at this wall. So that is our next part. Why does it say I still got 1 guy left with me? Huh? I don't have any... What? I have no Pikmin left with me. Game, are you on something right now? Okay. That is a bit odd. We literally have no Pikmin with us right now. Alright, so they're almost back at the ship. Not sure what happened there. There's a chance we might be able to find, the item that gives us our... So, we'll be doing that in a moment. We just got our electric fuel dynamo. That is our second part. Okay, we have 40... It says we have 41. I see no Pikmin other than the ones that we have in our party right now and the ones we have chipping away at the wall. So, I have no clue what is causing that. But whatever. Okay, we're gonna have all of these guys come over to this wall and help out. Go, go, go. All of you. Okay, where's the last one? I still don't see him. It says he's in our squad, so I'm not too worried about losing this imaginary Pikmin, but, I will admit sometimes the counter glitches out in this game. It is something many times. This game, while great and not exactly a broken game, it is unpolished in some areas. And that is an unfortunate aspect of it. Can we lure this, Dwarf Bulborb out? Come on. Oh, you better not. Okay, it didn't eat one. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is definitely a glitch, because it says we have 54 out of 53 Pikmin. 100% inaccurate. We have 53 Pikmin flat out. Alright. You know the drill, guys. Swarm him! And there he is. That is our next Dwarf Bulborb handled. And now that we have that handled, we're gonna handle that over there in a second. We're gonna... Come with me, guys. We're gonna have our red Pikmin handle this area over here, this bridge. We don't need to get this done now, but I'm going to get it done because we don't really have anything else we need to use our reds for right now, so there's not much of a point in doing anything else with them. And now that we have them focused on that, we're gonna head all the way back over to the yellow onion and investigate it. See what we can find there. Here it is, our next onion. Alright, this is about to sprout, and we're going to witness our second type of Pikmin. This is the Yellow Pikmin. The color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests this one has what, in some circles, could be considered very large ears. It looks like they may weigh less than the others. In what other ways might it be different from the red Pikmin? I must be sure to observe it closely. I can hold a Pikmin for a moment with A, then swap it for another by pressing B. That is something we'll get into later, because we're not messing with our reds right now. Alright, so basic Pikmin stuff for the yellows. However, a few things are different for them. 1. Yellow Pikmin can be thrown significantly farther than reds. You couldn't really see it right there because it wasn't really observable in the same manner. But, yellows are 100% able to be thrown higher and farther than reds are. So keep that in mind. Now, we're going to grab our reds here. They're done with that bridge, so we don't need to keep them here anymore. And I might as well demonstrate that mechanic Olimar was talking about. So, if we go ahead and hold A, we can press B, and it will automatically swap us to a yellow Pikmin. And we're going to have him carry that while we deposit our reds. We're going to have 2 of them attack these pellets over here, and then we're going to deposit the rest of them in our onion. Okay. Pick up the... Oh, you know what? I don't care. You 2 can carry that as well. Alright. We're gonna take all these guys back to the onions while we focus on growing our yellow numbers. We do not need to worry too much about getting too many ship parts today. 1 ship part is honestly more than enough. We're not bad on pacing, because you will be getting more than 1 ship part per day very soon here. Alright, so we're gonna head back here, and our yellows should be progressing a bit more now. Go ahead and grab these 2 guys out of the ground from which they sleep. I don't need to put any yellow Pikmin away. And we're going to have them carry these pellets here, or not. They can just decide to carry the same one. Hey, one of you attack that. Stop that. Watch out where you're pressing A, because sometimes you'll accidentally add onion. Have one of them go at that. Let's pluck more yellows for us. And we're going to be seeing what enemies actually... Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. My camera's a bit too zoomed in. Go ahead and collect more Pikmin. And we're going to be seeing what exactly it is that enemies do for Pikmin. Because enemies laying there, they aren't exactly worthless once they're dead. Let's throw one of them over at this pellet first. And let's have all of them swarm this Bulborb to have 10 of them carry it. Enemies, like pellets, can be used to repopulate Pikmin numbers. Unlike pellets, they do not have a bigger amount depending on which onion they go to. They just have the same, or they just have a more flat rate. It's not necessarily relative to how many Pikmin are required to carry it. It's just a flat rate in general. And that's honestly the best way I can explain it. So if we go ahead and pluck those Pikmin here, we'll go ahead and leave those guys for now. We're gonna throw 3 Pikmin over here. Yellow Pikmin are the only type of Pikmin that can carry these. The yellow Pikmin have picked up some peculiar stones. Why did they decide to grab them? This action seems to be instinctive to the yellow Pikmin. But just what are these strange glowing stones? Brightly glowing cracks cover them. Perhaps these cracks indicate that there's some tremendous power locked away within. This merits further research. Olimar is correct. Bomb Pikmin are considered a different type of Pikmin than yellow. They do have all the properties of yellow Pikmin, and once the bomb is used up, it will revert back to a yellow Pikmin, as long as the yellow Pikmin doesn't get killed, because Pikmin are susceptible to bombs, including yellows. Just because yellows can carry them does not mean they're immune to bomb damage. I don't need to read off what Olimar's saying here. Pikmin will also automatically return to you after dropping a bomb. Olimar just explained there what I did at the beginning of the episode. With the timer at the top, we now have a time limit on our episodes. Or not on our episodes, on our levels. We're gonna pluck what's left of our yellow Pikmin right here. And see if maybe we can bomb another wall open. We might have enough time to do that. It depends on how fast I can move. Okay. Okay, yeah, we don't have enough. We're gonna move anyway. Maybe, just maybe, we might be able to do some damage to it. Come on, yellows. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Right here, that wall. Oh, come back, come back. Don't die. Yeah, we didn't do quite enough damage to it. Okay, those red Pikmin that were in the ground. You might think, oh, you're gonna leave those Pikmin behind. Don't do that. No, it's fine. If Pikmin are in the ground, they are completely safe from harm, regardless of where on the map they are. Now, to boot, if they weren't in the ground, they were still at base. And when a Pikmin is at base, it is still safe as well. I just accidentally skipped the launch cutscene, but it doesn't matter for now. The launch cutscene does demonstrate that enemies walk into your camp at night to eat Pikmin, which is a bit weird because leaving Pikmin in your camp does... Oh, wait, no, actually, sorry. Pikmin left in your camp will board your onion just like the rest of the Pikmin. They don't have to be in your squad. However, if they're not in your camp, then they will not join your squad, and they will be considered lost and will be eaten. 2-day Symptoms Impact. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances, then I'd only have to press plus to locate my parts. Yet, there seems to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it, and press A to make suit repairs. As I explore, my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. That's a fancy way of saying pay attention to your health bar. You can die. We lost one... I don't remember that, but okay. We lost our first Pikmin officially. I did not notice. At all. I'm guessing it was a red, though. Alright. So, in the next episode, we will be continuing on with the Forest of Hope and hopefully unlocking new areas in the area now that we have our yellow Pikmin with us. I will see you guys then. Goodbye.